Hello friends, you're with Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Runebound the Midnight expansion. My enemy is this guy here, Yazir, and his special ability allows him to advance the threat track when I'm KO'd or when I'm escaping, that according to my house rule. So until now I'm basically doing pretty good, I think. The threat track is still at 1. I'm afraid it will advance pretty soon because here we are at 14 already. I have 3 experience points, but I just managed to buy this Humil Stormcaller, and I think he's a pretty powerful ally. And I did this Runebound tree, so yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens next. So I think my next goal will be to get to this green challenge here. And first I'm gonna activate my special ability. So I'm gonna discard the wound and take instead 2 of these fatigue tokens. And I'm gonna use 3 dice now in my next movement step. Remove 1 of these tokens, and I'm trying to go here through the forest, which will probably not be so easy. It's an interesting question now. For example, what is this? Is this aquatic or forest? I assume it's also forest. But this is really hard to tell here. It could be aquatic, could be forest. Whatever. Okay, we were lucky here. We've had that forest down here, so that allows us now to move here. Very good. Okay. And then, yeah, during my next turn, first I have to do a roll on the threat track, and that was close. That's a 13, but it's not enough. 14 would have been the critical number. Okay, so now I'm gonna move right. I'm not gonna roll, I'm gonna move 1 step to the adjacent space. I can always do that without rolling. And I'm then gonna attack this challenge. And because it's in the forest, I'm gonna have to roll if I draw from the Dark Forest deck or from the Midnight deck. And on a 1 to 4, I'm drawing from the Dark Forest deck. Yes. That says Master Huntsman. Your reputation as a huntsman precedes you when you enter towns, and the locals always clamor to see what you've slain. Take this card. When you defeat a challenge in a forest or swamp space with a reward that doesn't require you to take the card, you may place it beneath this card. Discard any challenges beneath this card during your market step to gain gold depending on the challenge's color as shown below. Green 2, yellow 3, blue 4, red 5. Well, this is a very good card. That's pretty awesome, and it seems to me I can keep this card. I don't have to discard it. So that's really very, very good. Amazing. Okay, and then let's roll again from which pile to draw, and again from the Dark Forest. Okay. Toll collector. The lords and ladies of the free cities have begun to fear the wandering of mercenaries and vagabonds. They ask you to organize a toll system that will allow them to not only keep an eye on these potentially dangerous folk, but to make money from them as well. Test diplomacy 12. If you fail, discard this card. Well, let's see first what happens. We're not so bad in these things. We have a diplomacy of +2. And we have 3, so all we need is a 7. Yeah, we did it. If you succeed, take this card. Anytime another player's hero enters a road space with a green jewel, activate this card to force the hero to test sneak. If he fails, take up to 2 gold from him. If the hero does not have any gold, he takes 2 fatigue. Okay, so the problem is there are no road spaces on this map, so I think this card is pretty useless. And because there are no other players, let's check out what Mr. Skeletor's solitaire rules suggest here. Here we go. Adventure cards. Toll collector. Test spirit diplomacy. Okay, if you succeed, take 2 gold, then discard this card. Okay, so yeah, that's what we did. So now we are simply allowed to take 2 gold and then discard this card. Okay, that's nice. Yep, this goes away and we gain 2 gold. Good. Okay, now this time I rolled a 5, so I got to draw from the Midnight deck now. And that is a Legate Templar. The ranks of the soldier legates are so overconfident in their martial and divine magic that they can be easily ambushed. Okay. Before combat, your hero may take 1 ranged attack before combat. If he fails the combat roll, he does not take damage. Well, it says the hero, it doesn't really say the ally. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it's actually me, I have to do this. So I will try to roll a 12. On the other hand, I don't know, I mean, I think usually you can do only 1 thing before combat, not 2. So I guess I prefer to do this. I take 2 of these fatigue tokens here to do that magical attack. And he's got a value of 4, so I have to roll a 9. Okay. Yeah, very good. So this guy now takes 2 damage. And then we start the battle. And, well, there is nothing here happening in the ranged phase, and it's now the melee phase. And I'm gonna attack during the melee phase actually, so I need a 10 to be successful here. And I didn't do that. Well, that's pretty bad now. I take 2 wounds here. Okay, and then it's again Humel's Stormcaller. And he will now attack during the magic phase. And he was successful. He killed that guy. That was actually a pretty tough one. And we also receive 3 gold as a reward because he was tough. And of course another experience point. So we only need 1 more experience point to level up. Okay, so now I think, well, first I have to roll for the threat track. And again, nothing happens here. It's now at 12. And then I guess I'm gonna move here, leave the forest and attack this yellow challenge. And, first I'm gonna try to activate my ability, remove 1 wound, and take 2 more exhaustion markers here. And then I'm gonna I think I'm gonna simply stay there and get rid of exhaustion markers. I think that's definitely necessary now. I'm gonna remove 2 of him and 2 of him. We have to rest there a little bit. Okay, that costs me 1 turn. And then we roll a die again. And now the threat track advances to 12 here. And here we go. Number 2. So now actually this level 1 is activated. He can, from now on, he can use his ability. According to my house rules, he is at level 1 with his ability when the threat track is at level 2, and from there on his ability level will rise when the threat track comes to level 4, level 6 and level 8. Okay, fine. So because it's now the threat track moved on, I also had to roll now for the market cards, if some have to be removed, but this is not the case, simply because there are no low price market cards anywhere in the market. In addition to this, now because it's an even number, it's a 2, where the threat track moved to, we have to draw a card for every city on the board, just to simulate again the fluctuation that you would usually have during a multiplayer game. It's just one of my other house rules. Okay, so here we have the rune of the Flame Father. And again, my house rule says the powerful items. So right now this means the items between the items which cost more than $10, they go to a random city. So, or a random dark stronghold. So we now roll the die, and that's number 7. So that would be Aaron Heat. So the Dark Lord has stolen this powerful item and brought it into his stronghold here. Okay. So no item for this Cataract Keep. And then item number 2 is the Everfull Purse. That's interesting. Maybe I want to take that. Refresh. If you do not have any gold at the beginning of your refresh phase, activate to receive 1 gold. I don't know. Okay. Next one is the Vestments of Kalos. That's an artifact. Well, we have to check this. This doesn't work the usual way. I'm gonna check that because it only works. This is something you need another player with. But we can check the rules here. Let's see what Mr. Skeletor suggests. This is artifacts and allies. Rather than taking an ally of another hero, you can take one of a market stack from a city within 4 spaces of where you are for this combat only. After the challenge is resolved, even if the ally was killed, the ally is returned to the market stack without any wound or stamina tokens. Well, that's a very, very good card actually. I might think about getting this. The bad part is that there are not too many cities on this map, so we'll see about that. So we have to place that here, and then let's draw the next card, the Razor Shield. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, yeah, that's really a good card. Probably try to get that. That's a really good card. Let's see, where is that? This is at the market stack of the 4th city. So we start now counting here from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's over here, Baden's Bluff. Okay, I mean, we could do this challenge here probably, and then cross the area here, and we have 2 yellow challenges here. We might want to take this one then. Yeah, that's a really good card. Would allow us to, well, it's an armor, a shield, so we had to discard then the Rapwood tree, because I think you can only have 1 armor at the same time, but it's good anyway. Any phase, your hero receives a +2 bonus to combat rolls when defending. This is just amazing. And you don't have to activate this thing. So this is an extremely powerful weapon. Melee, if your hero successfully defends during this combat phase, you inflict 1 wound on your enemy. So I guess this means, yeah, that's a great card, man. That's definitely something we want. Holy shit. That's a fantastic card. Okay. And then, let's see, number 5, the Lorekeeper Anarch. Another very powerful ally, so he's also captured by the Dark Lord. And this is again on a random stronghold. So that is stronghold number 2. That would be here, River Fangs. That's where he is. And then finally the last card. Another powerful ally, the Vampire Lord Drax. Okay, that's number 6. So this guy is kept here, and that would be then here in Alvedara. Whoa, he's amazing in melee combat. This is just ridiculous. Okay, but well, he's really good. Okay, so now let's move on here. I'm gonna take now, only 3 dice. Try to remove this, or I'm gonna remove this exhaustion token. And let's see if we can get to this plane. We have to walk through the woods here. So we gotta be a little lucky here. And we didn't make that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm simply gonna stay there. Gonna lose that turn. And nothing happened here. Okay. But now I'm fit again and I can use all 5 dice. So I think my chances are now definitely better. Come on, still no woods. Damn. Okay. Next try. We must find a way through these woods. Yeah, this time we did it. Here are the woods. And there are also plains here. So now we can simply move in here. Okay, so this is now my first yellow challenge. Let's hope we can. It's not too bad. Damn it, I'm still wounded. I see that now. Maybe I was too confident here. Damn. Anyway, I think I'm gonna try it. Let's draw this card. Okay, that says River Gel or Eel. I'm not sure. Is it an E or a G? I think it's a G, huh? River Gel. Shadow Spawn. Before combat, test swim. If you fail, you take a -4 penalty to all rolls until the end of the first round of combat. Oh my god. At the beginning of each combat round, test again. If you fail, the penalty persists. Oh man. That's dangerous. But okay, I mean, this guy is not so terribly bad, but he's good in melee combat. So first we gotta see, we gotta swim. This is not gonna be so easy, but it's possible. We have a 4, so we need to roll a 9 to be successful here. And we did that. That's very good. So maybe if we're lucky, we can kill him right away. Ah, damn! I should have done that magic attack before. But I still can't do that. It's before combat. I had to do this swim test before combat, and the magic attack also happens before combat. So I can do this now. And then I can do this attack, and this is actually I need to do need to roll an 8 here. Yes, that was a success, very good. So this guy takes now 2 wounds right at the beginning. And then we can actually start our... Well, we can start the battle now. Okay, and... Well... I won't do anything, I guess. Well, I could use him. Yeah, I think... Okay, I think now Yumel's Stormcaller. He will attack. Yeah, it's a little risky, but I'm gonna try it. He will attack now during the ranged phase. Maybe he can do that. That would be very good. And 11. Yeah, he just did it. Very, very good. So we could avoid this melee phase. That's good. So he killed the River Gel. Really great. Okay, that's cool. It's 3 gold and 2 experience points. Okay, I had 6 experience points, so I could level up for 5, and I keep 1. And I'm gonna take now this magic item, or this magic marker here, and I wasn't sure actually. I was thinking about taking a melee marker, simply because he's really good in magic attacks, so in a combat he might attack instead of me. So it's kind of wasted now that we're both good in magic attacks. On the other side, if I'm gonna get that shield, it kind of gives me if I'm defending in melee, if I'm successfully defending in melee, I'm gonna get a free... Yeah, I'm gonna get a free... I can inflict a free damage without attacking. So now I'm thinking about, then he might attack during the ranged phase. I can defend myself then with the shield during the melee phase, and then attack during the magic phase. So I'm able to do 3 times damage then, and that should be enough for lots of enemies actually. So the only thing we need now is this shield. So let's try to move to Baden's Bluff. But first we gotta roll here. And again, nothing happened. And we gotta be lucky. I mean, we gotta be in Baden's Bluff. Problem is, if... let me see. Well, okay, so actually there shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's simply move to this city. But before we do so, I'm gonna remove that wound with my ability. Take 2 fatigue tokens, and then I'm simply gonna stay there. Simply gonna rest, and I'm simply gonna remove all my 4. Well, actually, these things are called exhaustion markers. I'm always talking about fatigue tokens, but this is not the technical correct term. Okay, again, nothing happened. We were lucky here. And now we move with 5 dice. And I'm not sure if it is allowed to simply move through these strongholds. I gotta check that. Okay, I just realized I forgot something. It's not simply possible to enter cities. You have to infiltrate cities because there are guards of the Night King, of the Dark Lord everywhere. So you had to make a test. I didn't do that until now, but I'm gonna do this in the future then. Anyway, I think it's possible to move through these dark strongholds. I couldn't find a rule that forbids that. So let's move on now. Okay. So that's pretty good, I guess. So we got to cross that river here somewhere to get here to Baden's Bluff. So I think we're gonna use, these are plains, so it would be great to use these 3 plains. Okay, we can use 3 plains and this die here for the city, and then we keep that river here, and we can use this here to cross that river. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No problems here. And then we're gonna roll for the thread track. Until now we're lucky, but it's gonna be time soon. Okay, and then we can roll again. Oops, that doesn't count. Here we go. Yeah, again lots of plains, which is good. And again we need 1 water. So it's very similar to the one before. We have here a water, we have to cross that river, and we have 4 plains, so we can move 1, 2, that's the water, and then we have 2 more plains, so we can easily move in here. Okay, very good. We're doing good here. The movement in this area is actually not too bad because there's so many plains, so it's pretty easy to cross this map here. And we're still lucky, but just close. I mean, we rolled a 12 and on a 13 the thread track would have moved on. So we're rolling good. We are rolling good thread rolls right now. And then we move into this city here. Oh, no, this time I won't forget. We try to move into Baden's Bluff. But the way this works now is we have to do a test. It's either sneak, diplomacy, or climb. So that's the question, how we want to enter this city. And that's not so easy because we had to we take a 10 plus the highest value card that we have. So this would be in this case a 6. So 16 is what we have to beat. So I'm going to use diplomacy. I have a 5 here. And I have a +2 value. That's very useful in this case. +2 skill. So I have a diplomacy of 7. I have to roll a 9 to get into the city. If I don't do it, in the normal game, the player would be allowed to do the Night King would be allowed to do a threat roll. In the solitaire game, the turn simply ends. So let's see now. And yeah, we were successful here. Very good. So I can now enter Baden's Bluff. That's great. And yeah. So actually well, first let's draw a card. And that is Ragnar's Axe. Activate before your hero makes a melee attack to receive a -2 penalty to his attack roll. If this roll is successful, your hero inflicts +2 wounds. Well, that's also not a bad card, but Well, actually, I would have enough money to do so. Interesting idea. So, well, first of all, I'm gonna buy this razor shield, that's for sure. That's a very good weapon. And then I have to throw away this rapwood tree, because I'm only allowed to have one armor, and this thing counts also as an armor. Okay. And I'm thinking about now using this. Well, I could buy this thing. Before your hero makes a melee attack to receive a -2 penalty to his attack roll. Well, that's not so easy, but on the other hand, it's a pretty strong. I would do then 3 damage. That's amazing. I mean, of course, I would have to decide this bonus here with the razor shield only applies if I'm defending during melee, and this only works if I'm attacking. But still, I mean, if there's somebody who is weak on melee, I could activate this thing and I could really do some damage then. So I guess I will buy actually both. I will buy the razor shield and Ragnar's axe. And I had to pay I have to give away my whole money, but that's worth it, I guess. That's really cool. And just a second, I think I made an error here. I think I made a mistake here, because I killed that river gel. And I didn't place it here under the Master Huntsman, but actually that gives me 3 additional gold, so I will keep this now. Gives me 3 gold. This is an amazing card, actually. Well, that can really make someone rich. That's unbelievable. And it doesn't say you have to. It doesn't say you have to discard this card once you've used it. It does only say discard any challenges beneath this card during your market step. That's amazing. Well, to be honest, I think I even did this challenge afterwards, so that would allow me to gain 2 more. Yeah, pretty sure, because this is an adventure card, I had to draw it before fighting the challenge. So actually, I gained 2 more. This is amazing. Okay, that's cool. So I have now 5. Okay, great. So, well, is there anything else I can buy here? I think I could buy this. Just a second here. This armor tempering? Just a moment. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can buy this armor tempering. Let's see if this is a good one. You must spend the movement dice below before you may use this ritual. If you have an armor item card that cancels 1 or more wound, the number of wound the armor item card may cancel increases by 1. Well, that doesn't work here. This thing doesn't cancel any wounds. But okay, that's fine with me. So we are pretty rich, actually. That's pretty awesome. Okay, and then I'm gonna roll the die and check the threat track. And again we were lucky, so this is really looking good this time. It's now already at 11. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm simply gonna move here into the hills. And I'm gonna attack that yellow challenge here. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's Spawn of Zardrix. Shadow Spawn. Before combat, test jump. If you fail, take 1 wound. For every 3 points which you fail to test, round up. Okay. Well, not exactly great. So we have a... Damn it. We have a 4. So we need an 8. Yeah, okay, we did that. So let's see now. This guy, he's pretty good in ranged combat, and I'm not so good there. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to live with that. Well, I guess what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna use again my special ability here, the Yumil Stormcaller. This is not so easy. So he try to roll he has to roll an 11 to be successful here. That's risky because if I fail, I have to take a wound. As you can see, I'm pretty shocked of all this. But I think I'm gonna try it anyway. So, well, I don't like it. This guy is tough actually. But I have to try it. Okay, so let's see. I need an 11. Not sure if I can do it. Let's hope for the best here. Yes! Whoa, that was great. That was damn important. This was a risky action. Okay, so he takes 2 wounds now. That was very good. And now it's hopefully a little easier. Now again, this guy attacks in ranged combat, so this time he only needs a 10. No, he didn't make it. So he takes now 3 wounds, which is quite a bit. He only can take 4, but okay. No, fine. And then we're gonna defend ourselves with the Razor Shield. And this thing gives us now a +2. So we have a 6 here. So we need an 8 to be successful. Yes, we are. And now we also inflict 1 damage because of the shield. And then I'm gonna attack with the Spirit Speaker. He's got a 5. So he needs a 10 now to be successful. And at least there is no damage he can take here. And yes, he is. Very good. That was a little challenging here. Once again, but we made it. We're rolling good basically. There were a few times when it was dangerous, but I was always lucky here. Okay, so we killed that spawn of Zardrix, and the reward is 4 gold. And, okay, blah blah blah. If the Night King player is playing Zardrix, well, this is not the case, we're playing against Yazir. Okay, so now this card goes away, and we gain 4 gold. And now we're actually pretty rich. We have now 9 gold, which is quite a bit. Very good. And then let's roll. Let's see what the threat drag does. And still, we're still lucky. It's now at 10. That's amazing. Okay, and I nearly forgot. I will gain 2 experience points for that challenge I just resolved. Here we are. And of course, I shouldn't forget that I can keep this here, my Master Huntsman card. And now I'm simply going to move back into the city. And I can discard this card now. That's a yellow trophy. And I gain 3 more gold for that. Because of the Master Huntsman. Okay, so now I have actually 12 gold. This is amazing. And I can draw another card here. And that is the Scabbard of Masking. Activate to lower the printed cost of this item and 1 other of your items to 0. Well, that could be useful. Maybe I'd take that. If you're KO'd, this helps you to avoid losing your great item. And that's not all, actually. I think it might be... Oh yeah, now I see. It might be also useful if you enter the city, because then your highest value item counts. But I have to check that. Yes, absolutely. I think in this midnight scenario with the strongholds and the cities, this is a really great item. So first of all, we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal the Humil Stormcaller. And we have that much money. I'm actually thinking about paying 1 more to remove. Nah, no, I won't. Okay, so I pay 3 to heal this guy, and then I buy this item for 3 gold. Okay. Very nice. The Scabbard of Masking. That's cool. Okay, let's do the threat roll now, and yeah, this time it's finally over, and threat track moves ahead, and now we have to roll again for some items if they are removed from the game. And because now I already attacked a yellow challenge, we now roll for the items of a value between 5 and 8, because these are basically the items that are now in my, well, let's say, range of value. So that is then the Vestments of Kalos. On a 5 to 8 it goes away. Yeah, no, 1 to 4, 5 it goes away. So this is the case here. Lose that item. The banner. No, the banner stays. The armor tempering. And yeah, it's also discarded here. Then we got this dwarf ally up here. And that stays, and then finally it's this bow. And that goes away. Okay, the longbow of Tamalier. Fine. So, well, I'm thinking about moving here now. Trying to attack this one. Here's the troll skull, so gotta move through the woods. That would be the most direct way, but can also move around here through the plains probably. So yeah, let's do it. And before we do so, actually, we gotta remove. Yeah, I think I'm gonna remove 2 of these exhausted tokens, and I'm only gonna use 2 dice for my movement then. Oh, that's strange. Okay, I can enter these forest, and that's it then. And then we can roll here. Okay, that's pretty high roll, but it's not enough to trigger the threat track to move. And then let's go on here. Oops, damn it. Okay, yeah, no, come on, this is ridiculous. Well, these dice are pretty big, so sometimes they just jump out of this. Okay, we have 2 planes. That's definitely enough. So we enter this now. And let's see. Next challenge. Serrano, Legate of Baden's Bluff. Yeah, well, that's right around the corner. That makes sense. Before combat, test resist. If you fail, you must skip the ranged and melee phases during each round of this combat. Well, luckily this wouldn't be too bad because I'm pretty strong in... on the other hand, he's also really strong in magic combat. So that's a pretty hard card, actually. Okay. So... oh, that's not so easy. We need a 13 to be successful here. My god. Ah, damn. Not quite. Just a second. That's a 12? No, that's not enough. Damn it. If you fail, must skip the ranged and melee phases to each round of this combat. This is really tough. Okay. Well, let's see. We have to make it somehow. Gotta be lucky here. So it's kind of a battle fight. First, I'll do the attack. Yeah. I have a 5 here. So that I need an 11. Gotta be lucky here. That's not enough. Damn it. So I take 2 wounds. Oh man, this is pretty bad actually. This is really nasty. And I think it's also not... oh damn, I forgot to... That's too late now. That was bad. I must... okay. I forgot to do this. Anyway, I think it's not that important. So now... it's the Stormcaller. He's gonna do the second attack. He needs a 12. And we gotta be lucky now. I mean, this is not looking good. Come on. Damn! So I'm afraid we might be KO'd here. It's really possible now. Oh, that's so bad. And I can't escape because you escaped during the during the ranged phase, don't you? Okay, so actually this is not true. You escape during the escape phase. So that is basically something I can still try to do. And I'm pretty sure I will now. Let's see. Ranged combat. Escape. Here we go. So... Okay. Okay, yeah. So now... Okay, so my mind is only 0. But I think the chances are still better to roll a 10 than rolling a 12 or an 11. So I'm gonna try that. I can only do this twice because then I'm dead. Okay. Damn it. That wasn't my plan. Okay, so let's see. I need a 10 here. And I did it. I escaped successfully. So now this... I'm going to place this test here. Got to remember. And I'm going to place the undefeated combat marker here now. So this now conflicts a little bit with this thing I'm doing up here, but I think I can remember that. And then I'm going to... well, actually, I'm gonna check what to do when I escape. Okay, I gotta go back to the direction from where I came, which is here. And now, the problem is now that we said when I escape, Yazir can use his special power, the Sword of Shadow. So now, I'm gonna place a gold marker in here. And the threat track moves up again. And that means now that of course we have to roll again for items. So this is first the banner of the ram. And that stays, and then it's the dwarf. And this dwarf ally goes away. But then we can draw new cards because it's now an even number, it's a 4. And that's Orcbane Poison, placed here. In city number 2 we have the Wayfinder. And let's see now, because it's now threat track number 4, that's the threat level now. I think we have to... Yeah, now he will also steal the items which are worth 8 or higher. So not only items from 10 or higher, but only the ones which are worth 8 or higher are now randomly placed in a stronghold. So that's stronghold number 4. Okay. That's a good one, but sadly it's gone for now. And then we draw the next card here, and this is also an ally, Nereus the Blessed. He's also captured by Azir. Oops. Damn. Sorry for that. That's also number 4. And there are never more than one card allowed in a stronghold. So if we roll the same again, the first one is discarded and the second one goes then into the stronghold. Okay. And then we have the banner of the ram. And there is the Sister of Vengeance that is added to this card. At the end of any combat in which you defeated another hero, Sister of Vengeance permanently receives... Okay, so again we have to check what that means if you don't play with other heroes. Here we got our solitaire rules. Damn. Sister of Vengeance. If you defeat an encounter with at least 5 wounds, the Sister of Vengeance receives the experience counters described on her card. Okay, so basically... oops. I don't know if I like that. Because 5 wounds, that's a pretty tough one, so... I don't know. So that was here. Okay. And then it's the 4th card. And that says recall. That's another item that goes away. Pretty good. It allows you to move between town spaces or simply to any town space. That's not a bad card actually. And it ends up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So the Orcish Boar Bracer goes away. And instead, that's a little sad. That's a good card. And instead now we have the recall there. Okay, and then it's the 5th card. And that is the Serpent Queen. Another ally. I don't know. But it's not so expensive, so it might be an interesting one. And this actually is here in Swiftwater. That's where it ended up. And then we draw the last card, and this is another ally. The Boar of Tamalier. May cancel X wounds being inflicted on your hero, then this ally takes X wounds. Well, that can be also very good. But this is also a card that is placed randomly. And now here the Lawkeeper is discarded and the Boar is instead placed there. Okay. So, and that was now the special ability of Yazir. And because this is now at 4, there is also his level 2 power now triggered, so he can do this a second time now. And then we have to roll the threat roll. Okay, nothing happened here. So that was not my best turn. And I think what I'm gonna do now is I simply move back into the city and I gotta heal there. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna move to Baden's Bluff, I guess. Yeah, that's just enough. We got these. We got a wood. Yeah, so that's fine. We can move simply here. Then we're gonna pay $4. Well, before we do so, we're actually gonna draw a card, a market card. And that says Winter's Woe. That's a weapon. Huh. Well, that's not such a great one. Oh, I don't think I want to get that. It's only 1 gold, which is good, but still, I don't know. So okay, let's see. That this is then this is placed here in slot number 4. And then we gotta pay 4 to fully heal. I know I could have used my special ability, but that would slow me down quite a bit, and I don't want to do that right now. And I'm not so sure. I guess my next goal will be to go here to this guy and see if I can kill this challenge. And I guess I'm not gonna move here. This one is really a little strong. Maybe later on, but now this is pretty painful. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna load this up now, and well, it's still not looking bad. I got some pretty good items. Got this ally here. But okay, I mean the threat track is already at 4, so you never know. And this card is really great, the Master Huntsman. That's a very powerful card. Okay, fine. So hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.